Ito yung process na in-identify natin lahat ng kailangang gawin para ma-reach natin yung objective, especially in developing a multimedia project. You have to pre-visualize your expected output. The graphics and the story are drafted on paper as to how each scene should be animated or filmed. The story should be visible for review. Good day, grade 11 learners. Once again, welcome to our School on Air and Animation. I am Teacher Rams, bringing you another learning session in the world of animation. Today is a brand new day. We will be exploring and developing your skills in design elements and principles in animation. I will be discussing about the steps in developing a multimedia project, design standards, and design principles. To start with, planning. Planning is probably the most important stage of creating an animation since it sets the groundwork for your task and allows you to maximize your assets. Ito yung process na in-identify natin lahat ng kailangang gawin para ma-reach natin yung objective, especially in developing a multimedia project. Kapag sinasabi natin multimedia, it is the integrations of media objects such as the text, graphics or images, video, animation, and sound to represent and convey information. We can create interactive and non-interactive multimedia project. For this, we need to identify the 10 steps in creating a multimedia project. We have conceptualizing, researching content, storyboarding, project development, selecting music and background, adding interactivity, testing project output, project revision and updates, developing documentation, and delivering multimedia product. Now, let's start with conceptualizing. Kapag sinasabi natin conceptualizing, it starts with an idea or better described as the vision, which is the conceptual starting point. To start with, visualize your ending, the multimedia experience that your target audience will have. Kailangan mo i-identify the relevant theme for the multimedia title or a theme that is socially important and exciting to work on. Kailangan mo din i-consider yung availability ng content and the copyright issues. Kailangan mo din alamin kung ano yung platform ang gagamitin mo sa iyong content. Ikaw ba'y nagpaplano to have your content be viewed through mobile phone or websites? For that, kailangan natin ilista lahat ng ideas na naisip natin. After natin mailista lahat ng ideas, start the process of elimination until you have the last idea that is best for you. Mga ideas na hindi naman ganun kailangan, alisin natin. Then define your goal or the general purpose of your project outcome. And then, identify the potential target audience for that project. This will determine how the content needs to be presented. Next is researching content. Content may compose of text, graphics, and backgrounds. Ito ay kailangan ng mahabang panahon kasi we need to identify the references na kailangan natin sa ating content. Next is storyboarding. You have to pre-visualize your expected output. The graphics and the story are drafted on paper as to how each scene should be animated or filmed. The story should be visible for review. Napaka-importante ng storyboarding sa pag-create ng multimedia project because it will serve as our guide or script. Skipping the stage may lead us to costly editing in the end. Be sure to have this pre-production step completed before diving into actual animating part. Next is project development. This is the exciting part wherein the team works together to achieve the final animation film. Ito yung mga tao na nasa likod ng multimedia project. Typically, the team consists of production manager, content specialist, scriptwriter, text editor, computer graphic artist, animator, and programmer. Next stage is selecting music and background. Once your animation has been refined, the audio track may then be inserted, unless you are planning a silent mode type of animation. Adding sound effects and dialogues will certainly enhance the quality of your animation. Alam naman natin kapag ang film or animation mayroong music and backgrounds, it will add or convey emotions to our audience. Next stage is adding interactivity. Kapag yung multimedia project na dinidevelop ay interactive, it is now time to program additional interactivity features for that multimedia project. You may add replay button or clickable buttons that will allow users to navigate within your multimedia content. Next stage is testing project output. Testing a multimedia is important so that the final version follows the quality standard and is not filled with bugs, technical snags, inaccurate information, o yung tinatawag nating grammatical or typographical errors. Ito yung sinasabi nating stage na kailangan i-quality assured muna yung outputs before natin i-publish sa market or sa target audience natin. In testing a project outputs, so meron tayong different types of evaluation. May tinatawag tayo internal evaluation, alpha testing, and beta testing. Kapag sinasabi nating internal evaluation, ito yung testing within multimedia group, yung mga taong nasa likod ng multimedia project through internal discussions. Yung alpha testing naman, testing within a known group of people in critics. The product is working, though not finished. Yung beta testing naman, ito naman yung testing within potential users. The project is in its final versions na. Next stage is project revision and updates. So check every detail of your animation. During the beta testing, the team should discuss and revise necessary comments and suggestions gathered. Next is developing documentation. Importante ito lalo na kapag yung multimedia project natin is interactive. The developer must provide the following informations: how to install the applications or the program or the project, the files needed for installation, the hardware specifications or requirements, content acknowledgements, the direction for navigations, and the contact details of the developers. Last is delivering the multimedia product. So for high-end multimedia application, it is best delivered on CD or DVD. But nowadays, we can use internet to deliver or to publish our multimedia project. Sa pag-develop ng multimedia project, lagi nating tandaan, dapat meron tayong standard na sinusunod. Sa animation, we have 6 design standards. First, the design outline. Dapat dito pinag-uusapan kung ano yung projected output like the features in the target audience. Second, preliminary design. It includes the content of the film, lahat ng mga kailangan ng film, so dapat naka-base sa standard. Third, final design. A rewritten version of the previous document, only more detailed as needed by the development. Fourth, design specs. Naka-focus yung implementation of the features in the final design. Fifth, graphic bible. Ito yung tinatawag nating collections of all the artwork na kailangan like the background objects, character drafts, and character poses. And last, interactive screenplay. So lahat ng dialogues and other instructional text needed, so dapat nakasunod din sa standard. Kung meron tayong design standard na sinusunod sa pag-develop na multimedia project, don't forget we have also a design principles. In animations, we have also 6 design principles. First, the structured principle. So it must be clear and consistent for your target audience. Second, the simplicity principle. User-friendly. If you plan to include interactions with the audience, don't forget, simplicity is beauty. Yung simple na mayroong dating. Third, the visibility principle. The storyline focus can easily be identified by the audience. Kapag pinanood ng audience mo or target audience, so naiintindihan nila yung kwento. Fourth, the feedback principle. The changes on the scene should show connections doon sa dating scene or previous scene and the preceding scenes. Fifth, the tolerance principle. The design should be flexible on the minor changes required as the need arises. And last, the reuse principle. Artwork and other elements should easily be available for other projects. So dapat yung artwork or yung mga elements na ginagamit natin sa isang project ay pwede din gamitin sa next project para hindi sayang yung effort. An excellent design will involve great planning. It reduces trivial design concerns in the development stage and provides more time to be devoted in enhancing and improving your output during the testing and revising stages. This allows for greater success probability with your users. Don't forget, the 10 steps discussed are essential for the success of a project. Creating captivating animations requires good planning and teamwork. The process of creating an animation should always start with a clear identification of your animation's goals and purpose. There are 6 user interface fundamental designs from experts that include clear and consistent designs. Making your design simple will allow users to navigate to your project easily. The elements of designs include line, form, and color. Once again, this has been your teacher Ram saying, be inspired, be creative, be technical. Keep safe and good day.